Everybody who does even a little bit of research into Greek mythology knows Zeus got around. It's a meme at this point. He was very promiscuous and didn't take kindly to rejection. If it makes you feel any better though, not all of his hookups were non-consensual. Zeus had a relationship with the Titaness Leto, and it's noteworthy not only because it was an early one, it happened before his marriage to Hera, but it was also because of the children it produced. Today, we're talking about the birth story of Artemis and Apollo. Now, as I mentioned previously, Zeus and Leto hooked up early on. There's no exact chronology for Greek mythology, but my guess is this was shortly after the Olympian and Titan War. They did their thing, and then they went their separate ways. Classic one-night stand. Time passed though, and eventually Zeus married Hera. Meanwhile, Leto was doing her own thing, but she eventually found out she was pregnant. Leto told Zeus about this, and it wasn't long before Hera found out. And Hera was outraged that Zeus's first children would not be by her. She tried to stop Leto from giving birth, and cursed her so that she could not give birth on any piece of land. And to ensure Leto couldn't find any loopholes, Hera sent the monster Python after Leto, so that way Leto was too busy surviving and she couldn't think of a proper loophole. Python was a draken, not to be confused with dragons. Dragons are basically the Greek prototype of dragons. It was a powerful serpent-like child of Gaia, and it was tasked by her to defend the oracle at Delphi. So I guess Hera asked Grandma if she could use her pet snake or something. Or I guess technically it would be her uncle's snake then, because if it's a child of Gaia, their family tree is weird. Python chased Leto across the world, forbidding her to have rest and give birth anywhere she went. Leto eventually found refuge on the floating island of Delos, which I'm not sure if it's based off of the actual island Delos, but Leto's cult was at this location, so it might be. I can't find any myth of Delos falling into the ocean though, so who knows. Anyway, Leto manages to get on the floating island and she gives birth to Artemis there. Leto thinks she's finished when all of a sudden she still feels some kicking, and in that moment Leto realizes she's gotten a 2-for-1 combo and has twins. Oh man, I should cut that out. Before Leto can begin delivering Apollo, Python finds her and lunges to attack. Artemis, at just several minutes old mind you, protects her mother and helps Leto escape to a nearby island where she finishes delivering Apollo. Depending on which version you read, Leto either spent 1 day in labor or 9 days in labor giving birth to Apollo. Whatever version you read, in the end she ends up with 2 healthy, godly children. Leto raised Artemis and Apollo on her own for the most part, and she told them about the trials she went to give birth to them. Apollo wanted to get revenge for his mother, but he knew he couldn't go after Hera directly. That could cause a war on Olympus and ruin his chances of becoming an Olympian. So Apollo instead opted to go after Python because it was more directly involved with his mother's suffering. Apollo went to Delphi and used his archery skills to kill Python, and upon killing the draken, Apollo became the new guardian of Delphi and the god of prophecies. The twins remained in good relations with their mother, and they even helped her out in their adult lives. There was one instance where a woman named Niobe was bragging about how many children she had. She had 7 sons and 7 daughters, and because she had so many, she argued she was much better at giving birth than Leto. Reminder, Leto went through 9 days of labor in one version to deliver Apollo, so she wasn't having any of this, and she ordered her children to go teach Niobe a lesson. Apollo and Artemis killed all 14 of Niobe's children. Honestly, it seems to me that the kids got the worst part of the deal, and when her husband found out all their children had died, he killed himself. Niobe was so distraught over this loss that she went to Mount Sipylus, and where she cried so much she turned into a stone. In another version, Leto was minding her own business when she was assaulted by the titan Tityo. Apollo saw it happening though, and he quickly intervened to save his mother. Tityo was banished to Tartarus for this transgression, where he was chained to a rock and 2 vultures would come and eat his liver every day. Why is this so familiar? Leto went through a lot, all things considered, but she ended up in a much better spot than most of Zeus's lovers. Most others either ended up dead or transformed into something against their will, but she ended up with 2 children who love and protect her, so in all, she ended up just fine. Thank you for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more. I have a Twitter and Discord where I post memes, so you can go follow those if you want. And until next time, have a good one.